A dismal turnout in last week's special election in LA City Council District 6.
Only 11% of eligible voters cast ballots in the election to replace disgraced former LA City Council President Nury Martinez. But we have learned tonight holding the election will cost taxpayers almost $8 million.
And here are the latest numbers, with Imelda Padilla leading with 25% of the vote, followed by Marissa Alcaraz. Rose Gregorian and Marco Santana are the top two now. Will head off to a runoff in June.
KCAL News political reporter Tom Wade is live for us in Panorama City tonight, and he has been looking at the question, is there a better way to do this? Good evening to you, Tom.
Good evening to you, Serene and Ross. Well, yeah, we spoke with experts about that, and they have some alternative ideas. And going back to the results here and the numbers of people that showed up, officials here say it's even worse than they thought. And as you touched on, the cost per vote is mind-boggling. At LA City Hall, the council's last vacancy looks like it won't be filled for several months. The seat left open by former Council President Nury Martinez in the wake of the racist recording scandal appears to be heading toward a runoff. And perhaps even more unsettling was just how few people voted in this week's special election.
Wow, it's kind of sad.
Judith Miranda lives in Panorama City, part of what's called Council District 6, which also includes North Hills, Lake Balboa, Van Nuys, and Sun Valley. She was among the vast majority who didn't vote in the special election.
Honestly, I mean, if it's not like the White House and stuff, you know, because that takes precedence of everything. I don't know why, but it's no excuse.
The district has over 118,000 eligible voters. When all the ballots from this special election are counted, the registrar expects only about 13,000 people to have voted. We did the math. At a cost of $7.6 million for the special election, that's about $584 per vote cast.
Special elections are incredibly undemocratic.
Loyola Marymount professor of political science Fernando Guerra says the winner will likely keep winning re-election because they will be the incumbent.
It makes no sense for 10-15% of the voters, which translates to about 5% of the adults in the district, who will select who is going to be the council member for the next 13 years.
A similar situation is playing out in Council District 10. That's the seat once held by Councilmember Mark Ridley Thomas, who was just convicted in a federal corruption case. Heather Hutt was appointed to fill the seat pending the outcome of the trial. With Ridley Thomas's conviction, the council is now set to vote on letting Hutt finish the term, specifically to avoid a special election like the one that's playing out right now in Martinez's former district.
The people who are voting on for example, the permanent appointment of Heather Hutt next week are the same people that we already voted into office to make these types of decisions.
But there are those who say a special election is more democratic.
Let's bring democracy back to the 10th district. That seat needs to be filled.
Every time that there's a vacancy, that someone should be appointed, not from City Hall, but a civic leader from the community who will not run for that position.
So the total cost of the election includes what is very likely to be the runoff, which will happen in June. The runoff happens because if no one gets more than 50% of the vote, that runoff election happens. And it looks like, based on those numbers, it's not even close right now. The runoff is almost certainly going to go forward. Reporting live in Panorama City, I'm Tom Waite, KCAL News.